Okay, well, first off, I want to give a really big thanks to a good buddy of mine named Whomper. We were talking on the stream, and I ran into an accessory, because, you know, I'm a retail fag, according to a lot of people, and I like playing off of the cart. And I said, hey, you know, there's an accessory that lets you dump your save files from the cart to the computer. And he's like, oh, well, link me. And I did, and he surprisingly bought it, which I was thoroughly amazed by. It's the NDS Adapter Plus, just to plug it, I guess. Unfortunately, it only dumped one save file, and then it broke. Go fucking figure. I already talked to customer support. They're gonna send me a new one as soon as I send that one in. But anyway, the point is that I got the one save file. It's on my R4, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play them off of the R4 from now on. It still thinks my friend code is the same for both of these, so nothing's changed at all on your end anyway, aside from the transition to me recording with a webcam to what we have today. So yeah, I guess there's that, and we'll just go ahead and play it back right now, and you get no glare, no shitty out of focus things to worry about anymore. You just get what everyone else has been delivering the entire time, and I'm finally able to do. So now, and I figured, you know, I just start at the Indigo Plateau just to be all fucking dramatic and shit, because that's how I am. And I walk out with my Kangaskhan, and I talk to her, and she's like, yeah. So faces this way and nods. And this. I figure I gotta do this because everybody does this. So, versus recorder, the likes, and it's a standard match versus a user named McFlurry, I believe, off of my stream. Might have a different YouTube handle. If he does, then whatever. So right here, I kind of anticipated him to U-turn or do like set up rocks or something, just not go for the obvious psychic right off the bat. So I stayed in, and I went for Shadow Ball, and he went to Raikou, which, you know, is whatever. I'll give it a Shadow Ball, and Life Orb Shadow Ball does a little over half, but very obviously I'm not going to outspeed because different base speeds, and more than likely speed is the name of the game anyway. So I go into Mamoswine, totally forgetting these things can learn Shadow Ball, because I almost always see them with just T-Bolt and a Hidden Power. So I took the Shadow Ball. I guess could have been better, could have been worse, not really complaining. Predicts the obvious Earthquake, goes to Heracross, who will handle it very nicely. Definitely does less than half. I decided I don't want to stay in for whatever it has to offer, because I'm not going to be able to, you know, do any serious damage to it anyway. It decides to sub, so if I stayed in and didn't in EQ, it wouldn't have had enough to sub, and I could have killed it off, but fuck. So I go to Staraptor, and we both have our subs up, because we're cool like that, whatever. And I'm faster, so I go for the Brave Bird times 4. I guess just take my recoil, you know how it goes. So he goes for the Stone Edge and misses, which is kind of big because it means now I can Brave Bird safely, and I'm not exposed against the next thing he decides to bring in. Which, you know, that was a little bit of a blessing in the match right there, since he brings in this Gliscor, and or Gliscor, however you want to pronounce it. And that means if it does, it more than likely has Stone Edge. That's his reason for bringing it in, and he wouldn't try to force me out, just by trying to stall me, because I have Roost, and I can just be in here all day, literally. So he does go for the Stone Edge, breaks my sub, but since I know I'm faster, and he's not the, what am I looking for? He's not the, Swords Dance set, I'm guessing, because he's slower. So I go for another sub, and I figure I'll try to stall him out of Stone Edges. And, well, you know, because I have Roost, and then it'll take off my Flying type since I'm now unexposed, and I do need to Roost at one point so I can continue subbing him out, or stalling him out with sub. So I figure I'll do it now, and I guess we'll also at the same time gauge how much Stone Edge is going to do to me without that. And I take it okay, you know, for not stab, and I didn't get an Intimidate on it. So, you know, I figure I'll stay in here a little longer, it's whatever. I'll sub him out, and he brings in a Gyarados, which is like, you know, he got the Intimidate off before I could sub, which sucks, but okay. And, while it's slower, I figure I'll just try to pick away at it. I know it's gonna try to, Dragon Dance or Taunt or Stone Edge. It's gonna be one of the three. So he can either try to stop me setting up, or he can, I guess, just try to get some early initiative with the Dragon Dance. Which he does. He dances up once, breaks the waterfall. No, breaks the waterfall. What? Okay, he breaks the sub with waterfall. And I figure I'll go for Brave Bird because it's doing decent damage for an Intimidate. Like, after this, I think I got a little bit more damage in the last hit, so it is going to be a 3-hit KO because he doesn't have lefties. But he is faster. I don't have the sub set up, so down I go. I actually did fairly well with Star Raptor, so I took out the Heracross. I kind of damaged Gliscor a little bit. And right here he was banking on me having less than 264 speed as I went for the Rain Dance, so he knows he would outspeed and he'd probably hit me with like a +2 EQ. I'm not sure what it was running, but I do run max speed on it on a neutral nature. I think that's like 284 off the top of my head. I'm not looking, but whatever. Anyway, HP Electric takes it out cleanly, and right here he goes into Shaman. So I figure I can take a Seed Flare, but I can't take two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to Draco Meteor and see how much damage I'll get away with. I get away with over half. I'm scared of the lefties because if it does have lefties, it could put it at a 3-hit KO range. And like I said, I know I can take a Seed Flare because Kingdra's kind of naturally bulky, but it does a lot more than I thought, and I learned its Life Orb, so fuck. So I go for another Draco Meteor since my special attack is back up to normal. And that does take it out, and if it didn't, he would have lost it due to Life Orb Recoil. And since I have -2 special attack, there's not much I'm going to be able to do anyway, especially if he gets the opportunity with one of these last three to set up mid-game rocks. I don't know why he would, but it naturally makes more sense to stay in with Kingdra and get a safe switch later. Now, because I don't know what hidden power this is, I'm still kind of in the dark, but I still figure that Mamoswine's going to be the best switch anyway, because I outspeed. But if I didn't have Mamoswine, I potentially could have been threatened because I think I brought Gliscor, and that could have been Ice. They were both neutral, but I take it out, so that's no big deal. And he brings in his Gliscor, and I'm expecting to take an Earthquake or a Stone Edge, one of the two. And he does go for the Stone Edge. It's a crit, but as you can see, it really doesn't do that much, especially considering that this is a Life Orb Shaman. And I go for the HP Ice, which is something I still need to fix on the standard team that I have. My Shiny Shaman on that one has HP Fire, and I've run into maybe a total of 1 Sizor that has fallen for it. So, unfortunately, he does still have his Azelf, and it is the Life Orb one with Fire Blast. Not really sure how I'm going to handle it. I have to fodder out to get a safe switch. I really hate having to do that, but it's whatever. And I also have to fodder out my Lucario so I can ensure getting a kill with Mamoswine. So I do get Extreme Speed. It does a nice amount. Life Orb's going to whittle it down a little bit more, so it's a for sure KO with Ice Shard since I can't hit it with Earthquake. Superpower probably will not KO anyway. It might, but I didn't want to take that risk. And Stone Edge has the risk of missing, which I didn't really want to play on. So I go for the Ice Shard, and had it not KO'd, you know, Life Orb Recoil would have taken out anyway. So that was actually a pretty excellent game. Anyways, I don't think I brought a Gliscor on that one. Fucking whatever. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and there's no going back to the old quality anymore, assuming my R4 doesn't break or whatever. And even still, I'll still have the save backed up, whatever. And that's it. See you guys on Saturday.